time you should have a strong opinion, better and stronger than others, of what you consider your brand to be about. Yusuf, no even fit use me. Auntie Yusuf, you no fit book me. You can't book me. They're the plans I move towards, the plans of which you have aligned for me. And if not, God, please realign me. Hi, love. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Risental. If you're stopping by for the first time, you are very, very, very much welcome. In today's episode, I will be talking about being a student entrepreneur and all it entails. I mean, my own experience. And I'm giving out a few tips, so stay tuned. You are someone who is setting up a business, setting up something just to make profits. You're an entrepreneur. And this is a safe space, and I want it to actually be a kind of discussion. Let me in on your own secrets, let me in on your own tips that have helped you being a student entrepreneur. And if you learn something from this, don't forget to leave it in the comments. So first things first, I am a makeup artist and a student. What were the things, or what are the things that I struggle with, or I struggled with? Okay, it was hard to get people to trust you, to get people to, especially because I didn't have a page, like a social media page. So it's hard to say, oh, don't worry, I'm a good makeup artist. I would do your face well, that kind of thing. So at first, people will not want to patronize you. People like to see works. Even normally, before somebody goes for somebody's service, they like to see, oh, what that person has done. And most times, even like to hear it from another person. Is this person good? Is this person good? And I wasn't into the game so much, so I didn't have a lot of say, reviews. And I was just upcoming. I was just starting up at that time. I think that was one of the major challenges I had. The second one is people will naturally undermine your efforts. Being a student, I'm not just saying students in school, but also people who are outside. The moment they find out that you are a student, they're likely going to undermine your efforts, or undermine your service, or undermine your skill, or whatsoever it is. Because they just feel like you will not really know the whole stuff like that. You understand? They see your work is good, maybe you are into baking and they eat your stuff and it's good. But the fact that you're a student, people will naturally want to underprice you. What they will normally not bargain with somebody else, they'll bargain it with you because you are a student. And I got that a lot. I still get that most times, even whilst in school. Like, I put so much effort, and I don't even think it's so different from people who are not students. But then again, sometimes my skill, my service, just come and just want to take you for granted, basically. So yes, that maybe not now per se, but then, hey God, it was a big issue in my house. It was a big issue in my house because my parents did not buy the idea of me trying to do makeup and me trying to do school at the same time. And definitely, you will not drop makeup for school. In which household? But I had to be stubborn. I got a few words too from my friends. I had to be stubborn in order to get what I wanted, if I really wanted it. So it's now that, slowly and steadily, they're beginning to accept that, oh, I'm a makeup artist. And okay, they can see that, okay, I can kind of balance my life. So, everything is kind of in order. At that time, they did not buy the idea. They didn't like it. They didn't want if it was. When I say right now, I can say it very casually, but then it was a big issue, caused a huge ruckus. But then again, we are where we are. I'm rendering services. It's not like I sell a product that I can package very well, nicely, and webbill. I literally always have to be present. I am my brand. My brand is me, not my packaging of some sort. My brand is me, how I present myself, how I work. So I literally always have to be present. So, shuffling between being in school and being, where I stay, which is Asaba, is like a huge deal. Most times I get works whereby, oh, I'm in school, but meanwhile, my client is in Asaba. How do I get to my potential clients? I can't just stand up. It's not like a 2 minutes walk. That I can just carry my bags or carry all my things and start going. I'm literally going to travel. And I can't necessarily travel because of, nobody wants to pay a transport because Yahoo, when it's not like a bridal job. So some jobs I lose some jobs because of my location. Sometimes I'm in school and then I get jobs from outside. And sometimes I'm outside and I get jobs in school. Like I'm not lying, sometimes it's painful because you might just lose some potential customers. And sometimes when people come to you at first and you are not available, there's a really low chance that they will come to you again. What do you think? I mean, if you were a client, except that person is really, really good. I don't know. Or maybe God's grace. I don't know. But I don't bother too much because, I mean, it's where I am. I can't really control much of it. So I just leave it be. Okay, so something I struggle with. I think I still struggle with it a bit. But that time it was a lot because I was trying to get my brand together, buy products, upgrade my technique. Financially, I was kind of handicapped. I think at that time, what even helped me was that I was kind of doing a job and that was getting me money. So I was putting it into getting products, getting the lights. I think that's how I got my first light. I've hustled. Oh. I've hustled. How has being a student and a makeup artist been? How have I been able to handle it? How has it been so far? First off, I'd say God is not by my power. I knew my priorities. In as much as I'll tell you that, oh, I love makeup and everything, definitely I will tell you this here and now that my studies are more high in rank than being a makeup artist. For some other person, it might be your business, what's giving you joy, what's bringing you money than being a student. And that's totally fine. It's your thing. I'm just saying for myself right now. How I handled it was knowing my priorities fully well and trying my best to strike a balance. When I have a content to put out with a model or I have content to shoot, it has to be when I did not plan on reading before. I think good planning helps. Don't I think I don't just waltz into something. Right now filming this, I planned it in my head. Even if I didn't plan it a month ago, I planned it like 2 days ago that okay, today I was gonna film. And maybe after now, some other time, I will go and open my book and read something. But that is just planning, not letting anyone fall, trying to hold both of them, balance and planning. I try my best to sort that out. What are the tips I would give, given the fact that I've been in the makeup industry and also being a student entrepreneur for about 3 years now? Be confident about your business. Do anything it will take to be confident about your brand. Now let me tell you why. When I first started, I wasn't confident. Usually I'm this kind of person that in a tiny bit of way, I have this low self-esteem. I like getting compliments about it boosts up my morale. My hands were still shaky. I wasn't good enough. And that is, I wasn't good enough as to where I wanted to be. Be confident, but have your own opinion. Have your own opinion of what you want your brand to be like, what you want to feel like. I mean, if I were my client, will I book me? You get like I had to, even after the upgrade class I had taken when I started, because I took a break, just in case you don't understand what I'm trying to say. I started makeup in 2024. I took like a 1 year plus break and I decided to start up again. So when I started, I took an upgrade class and I wasn't still satisfied. I wasn't still where I felt I should have been. I took series of online classes then, but I still went for an upgrade class. I feel good information, which is key knowledge, is so much power. First of all, what helped me was practice. Like I was practicing a lot. Even on days where I'll feel like, oh my God, I'm wasting my product. People will just come to you. God, I got a lot of, hey, come and just do my makeup now. Come and just, you're doing for this person. Please just do for me. Even they ask, please. Hey, God. But wait, let me just give you a bit of the story. There was a certain time when I was trying to practice what I have learned. I got some compliment like, come and use me now. Yusuf, no even feel use me. Auntie Yusuf, you no fit book me. You can't book me. It felt a bit disrespectful. I would not even say a bit because it made me feel really bad. It made me feel like, oh, I was being wasteful. But little did I know that for every time that I went back, for every time that I tried to practice again, it was me getting better again. It was God just strengthening my hand, God just giving me the strength and giving me the effort to strengthen my hand. So it made me become more confident. The more confident about your brand, the more you'll be able to market your brand. You are your brand. Whether you're selling a product, whether you're rendering a service, whether you're a nail artist, you're a braider, you're a hairstylist, you're someone who sells what now? Clothes, luxury items. You have to be sure about what you are selling. You have to be confident about what you are selling. You have to have your own opinion about what you are selling. Right now, I'll tell you for a fact. If I were a client, if I were a potential client, I would book me. Wow. Why? Rather, because I think and I know that by the grace of God, I am good enough. Yes, it took me numerous times of practice. Up till now, I still practice. I don't. Learning does not stop. It doesn't stop for me. I still intend on being more, um, being more good with my hands, practicing with my hands. So it doesn't. Learning doesn't just stop. So I'll say, have an opinion about your brand. What do you actually think about your brand? Because a lot of times people's words can make or wear you down, but at the same time, you should have a strong opinion, better and stronger than others, of what you consider your brand to be about. And the second is be confident. Some people who will come. I know that I blame them, but it's your budget. You have that price in mind. And they come and pricing me a makeup of like 3K. Why? That makeup cannot even buy anything right now. It can't even buy my concealer. It can't buy nothing. Like maybe okay, maybe the pencil. Maybe the pencil. It can't buy anything, but maybe when if I wasn't confident about my brand, or if I was just okay, let me just take person just to have a client. I've been underpriced. In a way, I don't know my worth. Being confident will give you that, you know, should I say that stronghold to know just how much your worth is exactly. I'm not saying, oh, overprice yourself. I'm not saying, oh, I overprice things, but there is a way that you cannot come and bargain with me because I've set some standards and I know how, the effort I have put into my brand and how good I am. The most important of all is God. It's not every time business is good. Business people will not tell you this every time. Makeup artists will not tell you this every time. People who are rendering service will not tell you every time. There are some months it's good, there are some months it's bad. There are some months it is ugly. But what keeps you going? Maybe your passion? Something has to be bigger. And for me, that is God. And I would advise you that if you are doing something, if you are doing anything, this is not just for a student entrepreneur, this is to everybody that wants to make profit out of something. No, in general, hold on to God. Because there are some days that you really feel like you are drowning. But what will just keep you going is God. I have I have had those days, I tell you, I have had those times. So I've had times where I wanted to quit. I'm not the most perfect Christian. I tell you, I am very, 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 very far from being perfect. I'm the most imperfect person every day, but I come to God. I try my best to come back to God. Even when I see myself going backwards, I feel a bit guilty, but then I'm just a mere human being. He has always been in the know about all of this from day one. To this edge that somebody's gonna always be with you. There's somebody that's not even man that's watching over you. A year or so into business, I started making this prayer, God, let the plans I move towards be plans of which you have aligned for me. And if not, God, please realign me. Realign me so that my plans will align with your plans for me. I know that if you really listen to that again, it's gonna make more sense. You will not regret it. That peace of mind, I tell you, it's something else. The third thing I'll tell you is consistency. I know, it might sound cliche, but hear me out. Hear me out. Appreciate your small beginnings. You're going to be so glad every time you go back, every time you look at your business, you take pictures, make videos of your jobs, of where you are right now, because you're going to be comparing that to your present self or your future self later on. And that's why don't compare yourself to anybody. I'm not even going to even go dive into that. See, there was a period whereby I used to compare myself. Okay, sorry, I'm diving into that. But let me just tell you something. Put so much attention to yourself that sometimes you forget about everybody. So the thing is, I was putting so much attention to people's thing. I wasn't concentrating on my own progress, on my own work, on my own effort, on my own business, on my own brand. I was looking at other people's and I was like, eh? But I snapped out of it. It was hard, but I did. Like even for my friends, sometimes it can be like that. I will not come here and lie to you. Nah, I'm not that. I will not do that. Sometimes it's hard. People who are close to you are making so much money, and maybe they're not putting in as much effort as you are. It's like, God, are you seeing me? At first, I used to question God because I don't want to say up now, but you have put a lot. And it's just like everybody's just moving forward and you're just there. It was a struggle. I knew very well that I shouldn't have been eyeing this person or saying, why are you, it's not like I was saying like that, but I shouldn't have been saying, why is this my friend making so much money? Why is her business moving for her so much but not me? It was like my mind was fighting it. But at the same time, like, she's my friend. I'm supposed to be happy for her. Talk to God about it. And this is when I talk about the God thing. I talk to God about it because it's not easy. It's different when it's a stranger than when it's your friend. It gets to you more when it's your friend. Talk to God about it. I told him this is not what I want. I begged God that he should give me the strength, the divine strength to snap out of it, to be happy for people as well. To be genuinely happy and glad that somebody was succeeding. The sun will always shine in for my favor and on me. I will always have this my time that not maybe, I'm gonna have my happy days and I'm gonna have my sad days. But in the meantime, be happy for those who were close to me. It took time, but I cultivated it. Be consistent. You're going to, if you're a business owner, you're going to sacrifice. You're going to put in so much work, smart work as well as hard work. Let me tell you, to show up and out for your brand. It's still hard up to today, shuffling between different social media, trying to grow my brands. Normally, self, I am a very private person. What I don't want you to know, you will not know. I barely post. So most times, if it's not my business, I rarely post. So starting up as someone who will show her face and even be doing transitions on camera was a big deal. Now let me tell you a small story that happened to me. We're having this students' week in school. Costume day, cultural day, dinner. Usually when that time, I usually get bookings, makeup bookings. We went for what I'll call industrial training for people that might not understand. Medical posting in Benin. I already had bookings for the dinner. So it was not something I could cancel. And plus, I did want to show up. I wanted to show up. I wanted to actually, glam people up. The day before, I traveled down. Back to school to come and, rest. And then the next day, I would work on people who had booked me prior to that. So fast forward to this, everything went well. I traveled back. A year later, me, my friend, and her friend, not my friend per se, her own friend, three of us were just outside of the hostel. Now, that her friend knew that we had gone on medical posting. She wasn't like, that's she knew that we were on posting, but that's a day before that dinner day that she saw me dragging my bag. As in, like, say, I don't even send anybody, Papa. We were sure that I probably had bookings, for makeup. What's the moral of the story? People are seeing you. People are watching you. Some people will look at your work 100 times consistently without saying a word, without giving you a compliment, without throwing you a comment, without even liking what you are doing. Maybe, let's say it's something that pops up on their explore page. But the thing is, people are watching you. And sometimes all those people are the people who would even refer me and I would not even know them. There are people who will talk about your business and you will not know them. It's not like they're not haters still. Don't think people are not watching, people are not seeing you, nobody's seeing you. Just keep on showing up. It will. Just trust me. Keep on showing up. Keep on being consistent. That glow, that comment, that compliment that you want is coming. It's coming. I don't know whoever I'm speaking to, but it's coming. And I'm telling you because I have been there. I'm telling you because I have gone through much of it. One last tip. It comes with this friends and family thing. Your friends not buying your products, your friends not booking your services. At first, it was kind of a deal for me because I'm like, okay, my friend hasn't really booked me. But then I realized that I have a certain style. Some people come to me knowing the kind of makeup that I do. Everybody is not for me. I am not for everybody. My makeup is not for everybody. Some people will like your certain style. Some people will like the way you market yourself. Some people will like the way you pull yourself. Some people will like the way you put your brand out there. There's this sort of sense of entitlement we business owners might have towards our friends and family patronizing us. Not to say that even when you're a friend, it is good that even if you don't want to buy that person's product, you can actually buy it and gift it to somebody else. That is a way of love. That's a way of support. That's a way of showing love. And if maybe it's a service, you can promote that person's brand. Keep on sharing that person's content. I will not, if you're not an active supporter, at least be a passive one. But yes, the thing is, don't be entitled to your family and friends' patronage towards your business. Okay, they are not really your target audience. They might help you along the line, maybe with modeling, but they're not really your target audience. With that, I have come to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I think I kind of talked too much, but I do hope you enjoyed it and you took some things out too. That is also a main and an important factor for making this video. This is just to help somebody out there, whether you're a student entrepreneur or you are somebody who wants to just make profits. You might not be a student. Hold on to God. Appreciate your brand. Be your first customer. Look at your brand. Always look at your brand from a client's perspective. Know your priorities too, so that you know how to balance yourself. I am so emotional because I'm going to be like an entrepreneur without the students. In a few months, I am graduating. A big part of my clientele is people who are in my school. I'm a bit scared of how it's going to be outside. At the same time, I know that God has me. This is not about me. Or maybe it is, I don't know, but it's about somebody out there who is struggling. It might be you. I wish you all the best in your brand. I hope that it flourishes. I hope that slowly and steadily you appreciate your growth and you appreciate your beginnings, you appreciate every single step, and that God guides you and that is everything you want it to be sooner or later. I wish you the best. I am Rosenthal, a makeup artist amongst other things. Don't forget to please subscribe for more videos like this. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in my next video. Like, comment, and all of that good stuff. Bye.